I'm new to this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm here to help y'all out with a little bit of keto tips. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Vicky. If you're following me on another platform other than Facebook, most of you probably know me as Diamond Natural. So I'm here to explain a little bit about the ketogenic lifestyle, keto for short, because everyone's been asking me what I did to lose so much weight. People call, they text, they stop me at work, everything. And I love helping people out. God knows I love helping people out. And I love my friends. I love them so dearly. But I found myself getting a little tired of explaining the same thing over and over and over and over again, and copying, and I ended up copying and pasting messages. And I said, you know what, let me just come on here and do, this is my first time doing an in-depth, informative video. You know, I do a little funny videos here and there on Instagram. But so before we get started though, do you see my pearls? Yes, I'm still paying homage. I'm still on a little bit of high for my first female vice president being inaugurated on Wednesday, who also happens to be Black. Yes, so y'all gonna see me with these pearls for a minute. I do have my Chucks on too, but I can't lift my leg up that high. Not on camera anyway. Hopefully my daughter will insert a picture somewhere up there. I don't know. I don't know how to edit or do any of that stuff, so she'll take care of it for me. So I'm gonna just jump straight into it. So I've been on keto now for 6 months, and I've lost a total of 51 pounds. So I went from between a 3X and a 22-24 down to a 14-16. I bought some clothes yesterday, and they were actually all a size 14, and also depending on the cut, I can also fit a size 12. So although I've lost 51 pounds, it looks like a lot more. It probably looks like at least a good 60 or 70 pounds because I work out too. And I don't work out hard, ridiculous every single day. I work out 2 days a week with my trainer, and we work out virtually. So, you know, that's why I'm burning fat. And I'm also building muscle. So, you know, if you know anything about weight loss, muscle weighs more than fat, but it's leaner. So my weight, you know, people say, oh, you look like you lost a lot more than 51 pounds. No, I really only lost 51 pounds, but I've lost a lot of inches because I'm also building muscle. So, so keto is short for ketosis. And basically what ketosis is you trick your body into burning off of fat instead of carbohydrates. So essentially what you have to do is starve your body of all the carbs. This way it can burn fat for fuel. And keto is a high fat diet. So a little disclaimer I have to say, I am not a nutritionist. I'm just sharing my personal experiences, and hopefully it can help someone out. But, you know, obviously if you have any health issues, pre-existing conditions, you definitely need to check with your physician before starting any diet, not just keto, because naturally if you have high cholesterol, although it does correct a lot of the issues, it could trigger something. I don't know. Again, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a physician, but definitely check with your doctor because keto is a high fat diet. And I hear a lot of people saying they don't want to do it because they don't eat a lot of meat. You don't have to eat meat. I put my sister started it when I started it, and she's a vegetarian, or no, she's not vegan. She's full vegetarian. So you can definitely do it. Now I have to say, when I started keto, I was ready. Like I was just sick of the weight. It had to go. You know, I've been struggling with weight loss all my life, and it got really bad during the pandemic. Prior to that, I lost my mom 3 years ago, and so I had, you know, food was my comfort. I was addicted to food. So I can honestly say this is the very first time I have broken my addiction to food. Now, weight loss is all mental. It's all, you have to be ready to start this diet. That's why I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the video because sometimes people just aren't ready. They just see someone else looking good and they're like, oh, she did it, I could do it too. But no, whatever issues you had or you have that caused your weight to get out of control, and you can be big and you can be healthy and you can be confident. But the minute you look in the mirror and you're no longer happy with what you see and you have to do something about it, that's when you'll know you're ready. So that's when I knew I was ready. And quite frankly, I didn't research keto at all. And had I researched it, I probably would not have done it. The reason being even though it works and it's great, and quite frankly, I'm probably going to be on keto for the rest of my life. And that's not to say that I'm not going to enjoy my life. It's just I'm going to have to constantly monitor my carb intake forever if I want to keep this weight off. So, but it does have side effects, and it does have a lot of restrictions that a lot of people cannot adhere to. So had I done my research, like I started keto on a Sunday, no research, no nothing. I didn't know anything about it. I started it on June 28th. And my hairstylist, who also happens to be a very good friend of mine, she told me all about it, and she, told me how it works and everything. And I saw that it worked for her. And although I may be contradicting myself when I say, if it worked for her, I know I can do it. I was ready. So I was about to start another weight loss program that day when she told me about it. So it was just divine intervention, because I already knew the other weight loss program that I was going to start. I may not have been able to commit to it for as long as I've been on keto, because I've been on keto for 6 months. I probably would have given that other weight loss program maybe 30 days tops, because I like to eat. So that's part of the reason why I started keto, because from what she told me, the pictures that she showed me, I was just looking at it like, wow, that's normal food. I can do that. I really just have to control and be mindful of my intake. So automatically when people hear keto, they think, okay, I can't have any carbs, I can't have rice, I can't have potatoes, I can't have bread. But keto, one, is not a fad diet. It's been around for hundreds of years. They've modernized it to the point where, the things that you can have. What I love most about keto is that I can keto anywhere. I don't have to pack meals. I don't have to worry about if I'm not home, I'm gonna eat unhealthy, because I can go to a diner, I can go to a pizzeria, and I can literally turn whatever is on their menu into keto. So meaning if I go to a restaurant, any restaurant, I don't care what it is, and their sides are rice and potatoes, I'm gonna substitute it with vegetables. Simple. That's just it. No, and sometimes they look at me crazy. So that's what I love most about keto. But keto does have some side effects that people maybe aren't aware of. One of them is the keto flu. And the keto flu basically occurs, now you can research all this because I don't want to get too much into it, but really the keto flu occurs when you don't drink enough water. Anytime you want to lose weight, you have to be taking in proper amounts of water to speed up your metabolism. For me, I work in transportation, and so bathrooms are not always available. So I really have to control my water intake, but I make sure to get it in. So during the week when I'm at work, I drink a half a gallon, which is equal to 8 glasses of water. So you could get this on Amazon. The link will be below. This is what I use during the week. And on the weekends or anytime I'm off of work, I drink a full gallon. And so what I like about both of these is that they have the motivational time stamps, and it kind of tells you good morning, hydrate yourself, and so on and so forth. And I got both of them from Amazon. So this is a full gallon. I usually drink my water every single day. I do not miss a day of my water. So anytime during the weekends, if I have a day off, if I'm on vacation, I get a full gallon in, and I can see the results on the scale like immediately. So that's how you avoid getting keto flu. You absolutely have to drink your water. Keto rash. Now, I didn't know anything about keto rash, but I did get keto rash. Now, it depends. It varies. Not everyone will get it. I did some research on it. It's totally harmless. It's not contagious. And basically what it is, when your body goes into ketosis, the ketones in your body are released through your sweat glands. So if you don't get enough sleep at night, which I don't because I work 14, 15 hours a day, sometimes I'm lucky to get 6 hours of sleep, but you need a full 8 hours for your skin cells to regenerate. So what happens is, or when you start working out, it will come through your skin. And if your skin doesn't have enough time to replenish itself, it breaks out in a rash, usually on the torso. So anywhere on the midsection. Now for me, mine came out on my back. Also, you may have loose bowel movements. So I never had a problem with that, although I did notice the color change, and I noticed that happens when I want to speed up my weight loss. I stop eating red meat and pork. And once that happens, it does change the color of your bowel movement. So that's also something to be mindful. And I know a lot of people on keto also do intermittent fasting. So now when you're doing intermittent fasting, you're not taking in the proper amount of nutrients, which can result in hair loss. So for me, I don't know, because my hair, I bleached my hair. So I'm not really sure if, and I wasn't moisturizing it as often as I should have. So I'm not really sure if it was from keto, a combination, or both, but I did notice my hair thinned out. I have very, 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 very thick hair, and my hair is not as thick as it was before. But I don't know, maybe I just needed a trim. So once I got the trim, shedding seemed to stop. But those are some things just to be mindful as far as the side effects of keto, right? So the way I track my macros and daily is I keep track of it on an app. It's called Carb Manager. And Carb Manager, what I love about Carb Manager, when I lost weight, I want to say maybe 20 years ago. So this is the second time I'm losing a large amount of weight. When I lost weight 20 years ago, I used to keep a journal with the weight loss program that I was on. So, it was cool for the time. This was in 2001. Now it's on your phone. So you download the app and you have to absolutely positively track everything. You have to track every single thing. Because you'll forget. Like, for instance, I wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning. By the time it's time for, in the evening, I might want a little snack. I don't remember what I had. So it helps you to keep track of everything. What I love most about it is that you're able to scan the SKU, the bar. And once you scan it in the app, it lets you know if it's keto grade A, B, C, or F. I've never seen a D. So naturally, keto grade A is, keto approved. You can have it so long as it's within your macro allowance. So what your macro allowance is your calorie intake. So you're automatically in a caloric deficit if you're losing weight. And the great thing about the app is that you can, once you set up your profile, you can adjust it to, if you want to lose weight, maintain weight, or build muscle. And depending on your age, your height, your sex, so forth, it calculates your macros for you. So my macros, I believe, is 1572. I don't want to take the time to open up my app, but my calories for the day. I'm allowed 1,572 calories for the day, 98 grams of fat. 122 grams of fat, 98 grams of protein, and 20 net carbs. Now, your net carbs is what you absolutely positively have to pay attention to. You don't want to go over 20 net carbs a day. So this is why if you're not familiar with how weight loss works, you can end up gaining weight or losing the weight and putting it back on because a cup of rice is 100 net carbs. So, I'm Caribbean, so that explains so much of, why I was struggling with my weight, because we eat rice with every single thing. So I had to cut that out, and I switched to cauliflower rice, which a lot of people like, sis, stop. Cauliflower rice don't taste like rice. It's not supposed to taste like rice. What you want to do is really just trick your mind into feeling as if you're not missing out on anything. And so that is the key to keto. You know, and as you go along, you'll figure out, you know, what works for you and what to substitute. So cauliflower is a great substitute for rice, for potatoes. They have mashed cauliflower. They do have a a mac and cheese cauliflower, but I wasn't too crazy about it. But I do absolutely love the cauliflower rice or the cauliflower mash. And that's, you know, that's what I use to substitute. So the app helps to keep you on track. And as I said, I'm Caribbean. So if you have an item, obviously, that you can't scan, let's say you go to a Jamaican restaurant and you want to have, you know, the oxtails or the jerk pork or whatever the case may be, you can enter it in the app. You can search for it and put in oxtails, and it tells you however many you want to have, that's how many you input. And if you look as if you're about to go over your macros or your caloric allowance for the day, you just adjust it. So if you wanted to have 6 oxtails, but you're going to go over your protein, what you do is you adjust it to 4. And it tells you, you know, what you're allowed. Obviously, if you have something like that early in the day, it's much better instead of later in the day. So that's what I honestly believe, that's how come I've been able to stay on keto for as long as I have, because I don't feel as if I'm missing out on anything. I still get to eat my oxtails. I still get to eat my jerk pork. And, you know, pretty much any meat that I want. Again, unless I'm trying to accelerate my weight loss, then I cut out the red meat and I pretty much just stick to fish or shrimp or, you know, chicken, turkey. I happen to love duck. You can have duck, anything you want. And you just have it with any type of vegetables. Now, another reason why I probably would not have done keto is because I absolutely love fruits. And most fruits are not allowed on keto. A majority of them are not allowed. And so when I found that out, I was shocked. I was like in Costco when I first got on keto for like an hour, putting in every single fruit that they had, and everything was keto grade F, and that's because of the sugar. So even though it's fruits, and people can say, you know, that's nonsense. Fruits are good for you. Fruits are good for you when you're trying to maintain your weight. But when you're trying to keep your body in ketosis and have it burn off of fat and not carbs, that's when fruits are no good. So the only fruits we're really allowed to have are strawberries, very limited, I believe blackberries, and avocados. We can have an abundance of avocados. Although they're high in fat, that's what we actually need. So I think they do have a 2 net carb allowance and fat, and so we're allowed to have the guacamole and, you know, a nice slice and a nice avocado slice with your breakfast or dinner or whatever the case may be. So now the thing with keto that I try to tell people is that you have to figure out what your vice is. For me, I'm a huge snacker. So that's why I wasn't sure when I wanted to get on the other weight loss program. I didn't think I would be able to stick to it. But I found a lot of snacks that help to keep me on track. So I have some of them here. So I picked one up already. And this is Elevation Caramel Double Chocolate Crunch. And I bought this from Aldi. So this it tells you right on the front, it's a 3 net carb guide, and it tastes like a brownie. It's so good. Yeah. So this keeps, now the trick is that the serving size it has, if you look at the nutrition facts, has 150 calories. So you have to stick to the serving. It has 5 bars in here. You can't eat all 5 bars. It's just, if you do that, you're not ready, okay? You can only have 1 bar at a time, and that's your net carb allowance for the day. Let's see, what else do we have here? I have ice cream. Yes. And this you can get anywhere. Like, you don't have to shop anywhere special for this. I actually bought this from Shoprite, and this is it tells you right on the front, this is 4 net carbs per pint. So this whole pint is 4 net carbs, but the serving size is 2/3 cups. So if you're only gonna have, if you have the serving size, you get 3 servings per container, and that's gonna be 230 calories each. So anytime I wanna have ice cream, I do not have any red meat or pork that day, because those are what I consider to be limited proteins, because they're very high in fat and they're very high in calories. So anytime I want to treat myself to some ice cream, I stick to shrimp and chicken for the day. And what I do, something I've discovered, they are, no, I don't want to say that, but they're very, very addictive. And these are keto coconut clusters, and they have pecans, almonds, and pumpkin seeds in it. Everyone I have put onto these have gotten addicted. So you can get these from Costco, and they have 16 servings, and I believe it's 4 net carbs per serving, if I'm not mistaken, or 6. So what I do is I open these up and I sprinkle them on my ice cream with some whipped cream anytime I want a sense that I'm having a sugar fix. But everything is keto. It's all keto, even though, yeah, it says it right on the lid there. It says it's keto. So everything is all keto. So I'm still getting my ice cream, and I'm still getting my little treat. And what else? And these are coconut nibs with dark chocolate. I gave these to my best friend, and she couldn't believe it. She said she thought it tastes like it had sugar. So now, here's the caveat. This does not say keto anywhere on it. However, I happen to know from being on keto for 6 months that coconut is keto grade A, as is dark chocolate. So once I scanned it in the app, I saw that it is keto allowed because each piece is only 90 calories. However, it has 5 net carbs, I believe, per piece. Now remember, you're only allowed 20 net carbs for the day. So if you go in and you have 2 of these, you're already down 10 net carbs, and you can easily go over your net carbs with your vegetables and so forth. So anytime I want something sweet, I might, eat one of these very, very slowly. So that's that's what you have to figure out. You can also find, let's see, this is 0 sugar. Now I'm not getting paid for any of this free promo that I'm doing for these people, but I always promise myself not to be sitting up here doing free commercials. But this is 0 sugar Minute Maid, and it does not have any aftertaste whatsoever. I think every child needs to be raised on this right here, so they're not running around the place crazy, bouncing off the walls. But I think this comes in 4 flavors. So they have pink lemonade, fruit punch, a mango, and also a regular lemonade. So anytime you want to feel like you're having some fruit punch. And you can also mix this. The one alcohol that's allowed on keto is vodka. Although you don't want to drink too heavily, I may have, a shot of my favorite vodka on the weekends, but I've never mixed it. I always just drink it straight. And then keto coffee. Now these are skinny syrups. So as you can see here, 0 calories, 0 sugar, and this is a salted caramel flavor. And I usually add this to iced coffee, and this is what sweetens it, gives it a nice flavor. And I have it with whipped cream, sprinkle it with some nutmeg, and I feel like I'm doing something. So this you can find anywhere at any Home Goods, right? Oh, I think you could order it online too from Amazon, but I think it's probably a little bit more expensive. And one thing that I also loved that I could never have was yogurt, period. Yogurt is keto grade F. So when I found these, actually I saw another YouTuber talking about it, and I ran out and got them immediately because I absolutely love yogurt. But I got this from Shoprite as well, and it is very nice, and I sprinkle it with the keto coconut clusters, and it's also absolutely delicious. It tastes sinful when it really isn't. And my go-to protein bars, these are very good. They come in This is chocolate peanut butter, which I absolutely love. This is what I have for breakfast every morning with coffee during the week. It has 4 net carbs, and they also have a granola chocolate chip flavor, and that's only 3 net carbs. So when I'm on the go, I grab one of these with some almonds, because that's definitely keto. Almonds, any nuts, almonds or cashews, and I also like to have them with Polly-O string cheese. That's one of my favorite snacks, right? Yes, high protein, lots of veggies, and also if you have an Aldi's near you, you're already ahead of the game, because they do have a keto bread that I use to make toast in the morning. So you don't feel as if you're missing out on it. And whatever it is you love and whatever it is you like to eat all the time, every single day, you can find a keto version of it that will help to sustain you and will help you to achieve your weight loss goals. So and I hope this helps at least one person. As I always say, you know, even if it's not for everyone. I put up a poll before I did the video asking who would be interested, and one person said they weren't interested. Meanwhile, they're like a size 2. So no, they wouldn't be interested. But, you know, if it isn't for you, share it with someone, you know, send it. I don't care. This is why I came on here to do the video. And that's basically it. So please, if you have any questions, I'll answer them as soon as I can. No, I'm not like, you know, a big influencer or anything like that, but I do have a life outside of social media. So as soon as I can get back to you and respond, I most certainly will, and answer any questions that you may have. And thank you for watching. I don't know how far this is gonna go, but just in case, please like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you all. Be blessed and a happy new year.